Hey, my YouTube family. Welcome to my journey to trying to have a baby. Yes, I did say journey to trying to have a baby. I know in my last video I was like, forget this. I'm not doing it anymore. If it happens, I'll let you know and all that. Well, it has not happened. But I did come to some revelations and started back trying. Now, I will not be making weekly videos, at least not yet. But I went to the doctor, and henceforth, I am making this video for you guys. So, let me do some backup. So, excuse me. In my last video, I was saying that, I was done with the OPKs, I was done with the temping, I was just done because it was just too disappointing every month to be like, hey, I'm having this symptom, I'm having that symptom, and boom, AF comes. Yeah, it's getting really horrible. So, I decided to stop. But, I was kind of torn with stopping. So, I kind of tempted, but I was not buying any more OPKs. I did not buy any more pregnancy tests. Actually, I have one digital pregnancy test that I had from when I stopped that's still sitting under the cabinet. I just kind of waited out. If I get to day 35, then I'm like, I'll test tomorrow, but usually AF comes. So, that's how that has been going. But what led me to make this video today is that this month, I talked to my boyfriend, and he's like, I can't believe that you stopped. We really need to do this thing. You're getting older, I'm getting older. So let's do it. So first he was like, we saw, somebody made a video. I think it was Terry Closs 97, where she used the first response fertility test. So he was like, you need to get that. So we went out and we bought the first response fertility test. Not knowing that you needed to take it on the third day whether you spotted or you started flowing, and I thought it was whether you started flowing, so I didn't get to use it this month, but I have it to use it next month, first response fertility test. Then he was like, oh, well, they mentioned pre-seed, why don't you get some pre-seed? So we got pre-seed. Of course, I like the digital OPK, so I went on eBay and I got me some digital OPK. I got 2 boxes, and I used one box this month because I got my positive OPK, my smiley face, on cycle day 16. No, shoot, cycle day 15, and Fertility Friend says I ovulated on cycle day 16, which you guys know I also use myfertilitycharts.com, and that one kind of gets me because it'll move around as my temps and things. So first it said I ovulated on the 16th, and now it's saying I ovulated on the 19th, which is a day behind Fertility Friend. So we'll see what happens here. So what led me to make this video was going to the doctor today. My cousin is like my best friend. My cousin, she's a couple years older than me. She has 2 little girls that are 3 and 4, and she was telling me, I had called her for something, I don't remember what I called her for, and she was saying she just came from the doctor and they had found a cyst. And so I was like, wow. So that Sunday, because she stays like 3 houses and across the street from my grandparents, when I went to my grandparents' house, I went by her house, we were talking about it, and she was like talking about the doctor and what the plan of action was and blah blah blah, and I asked her, was that the doctor that delivered her girls? And she was like, no, that one has small kids, and she got out of the private practice and was doing something else, whatever. But she's like, but this doctor's really good, blah 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 blah. She's infertility, I think. So I think maybe you should go see her. So I talked to my boyfriend. She gave me her card. Talked to my boyfriend, and he's like, yeah, we need to get this ball rolling. Like I said, he's more hyped into it right now than I am. Excuse me for scratching y'all. And he's like, we need to get this ball rolling. Why don't you go see? So I thought about it some more, and Monday I called. And I was talking to the other lady that makes appointment, and my cousin's doctor is Dr. Neptune. And she was like, I wanted to make an appointment. She asked me what it was for, and I was telling her, you know, my concerns about trying to have a baby, and then I was telling her about the pain on the right side, because she said my cousin told me that the pain on the right side is how she figured out that something wasn't right, and that's what made her go to the doctor. Well, I've been having that same pain that I've been telling you guys that I thought was ovulation pain, and then I thought it was gas, but, you know, so I was like, you know, my cousin told me that she had a cyst, and, you know, I kind of feel like I have the same symptoms, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. So she was like, well, since you're trying to have a baby, you need to see Dr. Hall, because, you know, you go see Dr. Nibogen, and she's going to refer you to Dr. Hall anyway, so I'm just going to make it a point to Dr. Hall. So I got there today, and the nurse, her name is Jessica, I think, and she was asking, I'm sorry guys, I'm itchy for whatever reason, asking, why was I there, and I was telling her my history, and blah, 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 and she was like, wow, you're really open with the nurse, you know, most people aren't really open, and then the doctor's like, well, this, and this, and you didn't know that, and I'm like, yeah, you know, we had a real good conversation, and so she started saying, well, are you taking prenatal vitamins, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking prenatal vitamins. It's a Walgreens brand, but, you know, whatever. I was like, oh, God, they make me constipated. So then she's like, yeah, a lot of them do, but I got some samples, so I'm going to give you some samples. So I was waiting for the doctor to come, because she had 2 patients that were in labor and delivery, so she was running from her office to labor and delivery, trying to take her for appointments and check on her 2 patients. Matter of fact, she got a couple of calls about them while I was in her office. So she gave me like 7 samples. I don't know about this one, this one, this one, this one. This one has a stool softener in it, which I'm kind of excited because, like I said, I'm tired of constipation from the Walgreens brand. This one is a chewable, and it's kind of like Flintstone vitamins. She didn't tell me too much about this one, but like I said, she gave me, as you can see, she gave me like 7 things. So once I saw the doctor, she asked me what were some of the other things that I was doing. Was I using LPKs? Was I temping? And I was like, yeah, I was temping, but first I was using this, my regular old digital thermometer here. But then I went ahead and bought a basal body thermometer from Walgreens. The reason why is because I was thinking maybe it wasn't, and I like this one better because it has a memory to it, because I was reading that you should temp at the same time every day, so I set my alarm to go off at 6:30, because some mornings I open my restaurant and some mornings I don't. Most mornings I don't, but the days that I open it makes my waking time a lot different, so I'll just set it every day for 6:30, so sometimes I wake up and I take my temperature, and I'm like, and I go back to sleep. So with this one having a memory, I can just press the button and be like, oh, okay, my temperature was blah, 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 and put it into my chart. So, once I told her all those things, she was like, okay, well, great. She told me what the plan of action would be. First, we need to find out if I had any cysts, because with the pain that I was having sounded like I might have a cyst. So she's like, I had already had a woman in September, so she just checked me out, and on the right, she pushed on the right side, and she was like a little pain, but she didn't see anything. So she's going to send me for an ultrasound once she gets my blood work back. Did blood work, because I was never checked for thyroid disease and whatever other blood work that they normally do. She took a urine sample because I am 3 weeks, or a week past ovulation, so she went and took one, but it still would be kind of early to find out if I was pregnant. And so I really, 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 really enjoyed this doctor and her nurse. You know, I felt really, really comfortable. I felt like my questions were answered. She let me know what the plan of action would be every step of the way. So right now we're running tests. Next, if everything is fine with that, or if I have to reduce the cyst by taking birth control pills, and my boyfriend would need to get a semen analysis, and he would need to get a semen analysis before she would check out my tubes, because once she check out my tubes, that increases the room for fertility. So we would check make sure he don't have any problems before we do that. And, you know, she let me know every step of the way before she would refer me to an RE because she knows that it can get expensive and how insurance is. I mean, she was just great, guys. So it really made me feel good that I would finally know if I'm naturally able to have a baby, what kind of, so I know where to go from here. If I'm going to be a mother, a childless mother, and, or, you know, because I have to decide if I want, how much money we're going to spend, or whatever, or to discuss with him how much, or how far we're going to go with all this, because, as you know, it gets very, 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 very expensive. So, that is my update for you guys. I thank you guys for watching, for being supportive. I just couldn't get all this information and news without sharing it with you guys. So, my worker's in there messing around on his equipment and stuff, and I was like, he's like, what are you finna do? And I was like, well, I got a few minutes for the food to prep or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna make a TTC video because, and he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And it's like, I gotta share this with somebody else besides you. So thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully. Bye.